Greetings, St. Leo MBA students. I am Dr. Darren Terrio, and I am absolutely honored and very excited to welcome you to our class, MBA 525, Applied Business and Management Strategies. I use the term our class very deliberately and very intentionally because I truly believe that the best learning environment we can create is when all of us are learning from each other. So it's not just the student learning from the instructor. Um, that's a little bit arrogant to me to think that the learning will only be in one direction. But I believe the best way for us to learn as much as we can and to retain some of the concepts and the theories that we're going to learn about during this class is when we're learning from each other. And certainly, I will learn a lot from you this semester. So, once again, welcome to our class. Okay, so just a little bit about me. Believe it or not, my last name is pronounced Terrio. I know it's a lot of letters. It's a French name, and the French tend to love their silent letters. But or you can just call me Dr. T. That'll be fine. My hometown is Nashua, New Hampshire. I hail from Nashua, New Hampshire. It's a city probably about 30 minutes north of Boston. And however, though, throughout my military career, I have lived all around the world and all around the USA. So I've gained a deep appreciation for learning about different cultures, learning different languages, learning different customs and traditions. It's so interesting and fascinating to me, and it's a reason why I really embrace diversity. I'm not going to read the list of all the classes that I've taught or continue to teach. Let me get my laser pointer going here, but I do want you to know that I have taught a lot of classes in person, online, and at the undergrad and MBA level. However, this is my first time teaching this class for St. Leo. In terms of the things I like to do research on, leadership is my passion. It's the lifeblood of organizations. Leaders are, when we talk about the difference between a thermometer and a thermostat, leaders are thermostats. Leaders change the tone and the climate in organizations. So I'm very passionate about leadership, but also very interested to learn more about leadership. And also like workplace aggression, you'll see why here, I guess, in a minute. Diversity is very important and very, not just from kind of our current world that we live in, but just my personal story. Diversity has played a very, very large role in my life. So I'm passionate about diversity. And as a veteran, of course, I'm interested in learning more about how we can support and serve veterans better to understand their experiences. Professionally, I was in the U.S. Army for 23 years. I started as an enlisted soldier. I earned a Green to Gold scholarship, an ROTC scholarship that allowed me to go back to college after failing out twice. This time I was taking it much more seriously and I was loving it. I get commissioned as an armor officer. And so for a total of 23 years, I served our nation, and it was something I would do again in a heartbeat. And my last assignment, I should say, in the Army, I was the professor of military science at an HBCU in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Southern University. What a great place. And so I knew, based on my experiences at Southern University, that a career in higher ed following my Army retirement would be a perfect fit, and it has been. I really, truly love what I do. I love working with students just like you. I earned my PhD at Kennesaw State University in Georgia. I earned my master's degree in org leadership at Troy. And part of the reason why I'm here at St. Leo is the program director of the MBA program, Dr. Pamela Lee, is hands down, of all the courses I've ever taken, of all the professors I've ever had, she is by far my favorite. She is by far the best. She is by far the most professional, the most prepared, the most stimulating in terms of getting a conversation started. And so when she asked me to join the team at St. Leo, I did it without hesitation because of Dr. Lee. She's amazing. And if you haven't met her yet, please try to connect with her somehow because she is one outstanding human being. I'm big on family. Thankfully, where I live currently in the greater Atlanta area, I'm in the city of Kennesaw, just north of Atlanta. And thankfully, I've got family in the area, and I love spending family time. I believe that nobody should ever go to work with a pit in their stomach because the leadership is toxic or it's a toxic climate. Now, whether or not you like your job, the things you do, and the tasks, hey, that's not, that can be fixed, I guess, or that can be addressed or improved, I guess. But so many people actually love the tasks that they do or the things that they do. They get the pit in their stomach because it's a toxic climate. So I'm passionate about helping organizations get healthier and have healthier leaders leading organizations. And then, as an Army officer and now as an educator, I'm passionate about helping people truly grow into their maximum potential. It doesn't mean every day we're going to experience growth. There will be ups and downs along the way, but generally in life we should be growing and learning. I like to say, let's be doing this, indicating growth. So I guess what makes me unique or some of the things I really like to do, I grew up playing sports. I'm still an athlete. I still get out there and play sports as often as I can. Look, I'm a New Englander, so I support all my New England teams, even though it hasn't been going so great. The Celtics just lost. The Bruins just lost. Both those teams are out of the playoffs. The Red Sox are not off to a great start, so come on, Patriots, right? They're my last hope for my New England sports teams. Like I said before, I do love learning about different cultures. Everywhere where I was stationed or deployed overseas or internationally, I tried to learn the language. I tried to embrace the cultures. I tried to learn as much about the different culture that I could. And so I still do that. I'm currently learning how to speak Spanish. It's no bueno, but I'm trying my best, and it's a process. And I'm learning guitar, and most recently I get into bird watching. So it's okay if you call me a bird nerd. My family does, so that is fine. So one of the first assignments is I want to learn a little bit about you. And we're going to learn more and more about each other as the course goes on. But initially, I'd like to know your name. If you go by a different name, please let me know what your preferred name is so I can call you by your preferred name. I'd like to know about your hometown, where you grew up. What is your current or your recent occupation? And I'm really interested to know, why did you choose to pursue an MBA? That's very interesting, and that's going to kind of give me a little bit of an insight in terms of what you want out of the MBA program, right? And kind of like I did at the end, what makes you unique? What hobbies do you have? What interests do you have? Kind of what makes you unique? And each of us is unique. I just want to know what makes you unique. Okay, so about our course, it is going to be a fast pace. There's a lot. It's going to come at you in wave after wave after wave. I like the way that it's organized in terms of the modules, and I'm doing my best to go in and put hard dates into D2L, so you'll see on the calendar when these things are due. I'm still building that process out. It's a lot for me to kind of get things set, but the goal here is for you just to learn the content, not for you to fight the technology. So I'm doing everything I can to make sure that part of it is going to be smooth for you. But anyway, I'm sorry, I got a little off track there. But so there's going to be 8 module discussions, of which you will post an initial post of whatever the discussion prompt happens to be, and then you're going to respond to 2 classmates. I encourage you, when it comes to the responses, go above and beyond just the normal, oh yeah, I totally agree with what Darren said. Oh yeah, great, he made such a great point. It's even okay to agree, but add a little something, like, why do you agree? That's okay. It's also okay to disagree, but use logic, use reason, use research, use data to support why you might disagree. So add a little bit of effort into the to the responses. There's going to be 2 kind of like standalone presentations. You're going to do a professional development plan and a 3rd presentation. So there's 2 that are kind of standalone, but then another presentation for the professional development plan. And then there's a group project plan, and then the group project itself, the common body of knowledge assessment by Peregrine, and then during module 7 we're going to do a live session with simulation, and so more to follow on that. That's kind of just the general overview of the major muscle movements of our class and the assignments. All right, once I said earlier that hey, this learning experience, it's not me versus you. I'm not laying in some ambush position wearing a ghillie suit waiting to see how I can pop up and ambush you and trick you and tell you how horrible you did on this assignment, or tell you what you got wrong, or to tell you how much you don't know and look at me, look how much I know. That's not it. That is not effective teaching to me anyway. I'm here to learn with you, to grow with you, to challenge you, certainly, to make sure the rigor is there. But we're going to learn together, and I'm here to support your learning, right? I promise you, I'm an imperfect person, so nothing I do is perfect, right? So there may be a mistake in the syllabus. Maybe I got a date wrong putting it into D2L. And the best way for me to fix these things is to you let me know about it, right? I welcome that kind of feedback. Don't feel like, oh, if I tell this guy he made a mistake, I actually welcome that, right? So, I mean, of course, be professional, be whatever, but just let me know, and I will immediately go in and correct it. Because if it's unclear to you, it's probably unclear to your classmates as well, and I don't want that. Once again, the point of this class isn't for you to try to figure out my mistakes. It's to let's learn about these management concepts, these business concepts. We can all learn and become better students and better leaders and better managers. There's a couple ways for you to contact me. I've got 2 email addresses here, the St. Leo address and then my Gmail account. Use either one. But importantly, I put my cell phone here because I do want to be accessible to you all. And so this is my personal cell phone. The only thing I ask is if you're calling or texting for the first time, please, or before you call, if you want to call, if that's how you prefer to communicate, that's totally fine. But I just ask that you text me first and let me know your name, let me know you're in the MBA program, and that way I know it's not some kind of spam call or a spam message. And then we can talk and we can do whatever we need to do. So that's how you can get in touch with me. And that wraps it up. Listen, let's make this term the best it can possibly be. Let's learn as much as we can from each other. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Take care. Good luck. Looking forward to learning with you all.